scrappy friends. How are you guys doing today? I have a hip kit layout for you today, and this is the December hip kit. I actually have a confession to make. I made this like a long time ago. Like when I first got the kit. This kit is so amazing. And of course, I've only used it once because once I got into December and the craziness that is December, um, trying to use this kit was just difficult because I was really trying to focus on doing December daily and somewhat staying on top of that and doing all of the other stuff that I wanted to do today or this month. And so, yeah, but that's okay because now you are finally able to see my my layout because I am ready to post it. Now that life is getting back to somewhat of a normal thing, and let's see. So some of these papers from this collection are from Studio Calico 7 paper, the Goldie collection, and that's what this paper, this black and white striped in like watercolory paper is, and it's so much fun. Oh my gosh. So I really was wanting to use some kind of like triangle type element. And as you can see, and you're going to see me play around with this a little bit because I'm trying to do something different, but I'm not really sure if I know what I'm trying to do. And I'm not just saying that because I'm watching this later on. Seriously, like I had this thought in my mind and it just wasn't working out. And I hate that when you think that you can come up with something really fun. And it's just like, okay, well, this is not really working the way that I think it's going to work. So at this point now with this pink paper, I'm getting closer to what I think could be an element that I can use. I really want to do like some kind of layering with these triangles. And I've done something similar to this before, but I really wanted some of that colored dot paper to be like showing like out of there, and that's why I keep trying to stick it up, but it's just not, I don't know, it's not working. And I mean, it would have worked just having the top be like that too, but I wasn't sure. And so okay, so that's kind of where my head is going, what you just seen, but I don't think that it's going to work with that pattern. It's just too different than the black and the white. So, and like you can see, you're seeing me play around with this. And I'm like, okay, it's not working exactly the way I think it's going to work. And so I want to play with this, but I'm not sure. And I don't, yeah. So at this point, I'm like, well, I'll cut this and we'll see. And I really don't like the way that that looks. I don't know. It just wasn't enough of something. So, okay, so I'm going back to that. But of course, I cut it. So it's not working. And I'm like, well, maybe I can use this. And so, see, here I'm trying it again. It's not working. So I'm like, well, maybe I'll do it like this. And that's when I'm like, okay, well, if I'm going to do that, I got to, start gluing things down better. And I actually really like the way that that looks. It is a little bit different, but I just really and I like it with the white background because it really makes that black and white pop. And I thought about doing that. And I'm like, no, no, I really like that better. I was really indecisive. I spent a lot of time just playing around. And so I'm thinking I still want to add some color because there's some great colors. Well, there's this yellowy color, but it's kind of like a mustard yellow. And I like it, but I don't want that much of it to show. So I'm going to put this here because I think that that will be a good place to put it because I already tried down at the bottom and I didn't care for it. So I'm thinking, okay, how can I make these stick out? And so I'm grabbing my photos and I'm using two of the same photo. See, like I can't give up trying to add stuff to that. It's just not working, and I'll figure it out once I start thinking about where I want to place my photo. Because now I'm like, okay, where should I put my photo? And so I go back to that pink and I'm like, yeah, I really like it because it kind of grounds that space, and it gives you more of an it just gives an area to actually add something. Otherwise I felt like it like stuff was going to be floating a little bit, or it would be crooked because of the way that I put those two triangles so they pointed inward. And so why not use the other side for a border? And these are the exact same photo, just one is bigger than the other. And these photos are not the best quality photos because a lot of my photos of my daughter, Kaden, from this age are only on Facebook. So confession time, right? Okay, before I started scrapbooking a couple years ago, I was really, really, really horrible at saving my photos and keeping them all in one place and not having backups. So I mostly only have baby photos of Kaden on Facebook. And that is a problem because Facebook, as nice as they may look on your phone, if you go and print them or upload them onto your computer from your own account, they look horrible because Facebook does stuff to edit it, and I don't know. And it probably is dissuading you from actually taking your photos and putting them somewhere else. And so, and I'm assuming that like the camera that I used probably wasn't the best camera. I don't even know what camera. It might have been from an iPhone. And if that's the case, I actually might have, because I still have my old iPhone. I have to look. And I have some photos, but like they're all in like random places. Like I have an external hard drive that we have to get the data recovered from because it kind of broke, the outside of it broke. And so, yeah. But anyway, so as I was talking about photo recovery, so these are not the best photos, but that's okay because she looks so adorable anyway. I'm just going to pretend they're good photos. And I think that really, that's the key sometimes, is that we can't let having bad photos or a dark photo or no photo, we can't let that stop us from telling these stories, because you know what? My daughter is just so gosh darn cute and she loved to play with her toys. And if I can document these little things that she did when she's older, she's going to love to see this, you know, and even now. So now I'm playing with the chipboard with the kit because we got a whole sheet of this chipboard from Maggie Home Shine, and I love these chipboard pieces. Oh my goodness, yeah. So I decided to use that zebra. I'm embracing the random because it really has nothing to do with anything. And yeah, so I'm just going to use it. And he's just sitting there off to the side because really I didn't know where else to add him, but I needed something there. And I really like the way that it just kind of fills up that space, but it's just not too much. And you did see me use a lot of the papers, and I tried to keep similar colors. So I used that paper that had all the triangles together. I just used the different sides of them to use for my layers. And I really like it. And it's just fun. It just adds a little bit of color with that black and white. And another way that I'm going to add color is I'm using these rub-ons from Heidi Swapp. They are stinking cute, but let me tell you, they are annoying. I was going to say a different word, but that's not really appropriate. But I felt like saying it when I was doing these stickers. They're a pain in the butt. I don't know if it was just my pack or what, but I really had to rub the stink on to get those on there. And you can still see after like a whole month, you can still see that I had to rub on pretty good to get them on. So I'm a little disappointed in that because Heidi Swapp stuff is usually really good quality, or pretty good quality. And she usually has really nice stuff, and the colors are really cute and they match so well. But, it is what it is. And so I added just a few. And so I'm looking at what else is in the kit. And there is some wood veneer from the Shine collection. And then I remembered that I still had some tags from November from the kit. And so I'm going to add that because it has some gold. And I really like the way that it's just that gold. I decided that I was going to paint these wood veneers. I don't always do this, but because there's other peaks of yellow, I thought that this would kind of just help it look better and just blend in a little bit more. Just kind of look more cohesive and look like it's all from one collection. Not that it doesn't, but just help it a little bit more. And that's Jelly Bean Soup paint, and it's a really, really nice and thick, let me tell you. So, oh yeah, I forgot that I really wanted to add something else. Now, okay, this kit I used hip kit stuff, except for these tabs. Okay, so I have jars of embellishments because that's how I usually keep the major embellishments that I like to use. And I have tons of like printables and print and cut type things from Scraptastic when I used to be a member of their kit club. And I mean, apparently I went print crazy and just printed off like every single month. No, what it was is every single month I printed off something and I just didn't use them all. And these were like almost the exact colors of that pink and the yellow. So those are from Scraptastic. So it's not a true hip kit layout, but it mostly is. And then these thickers, these like phrase stickers were from Maggie Holmes. Those are obviously from the kit and they're super cute. And so I just put the Sweet Life. I mean, it's not very original, but that's okay. I think that's the fun thing about scrapbooking is sometimes you could just play around and have really fun patterns. Yeah, so here I'm just going to use that leftover paint to make more splatters because I felt like it needed something else. Now, I'm trying not to go crazy because I tend to go crazy at this point. And this paint is really, really thick. You can see me really playing around with it. And then I decided, well, I need to use some pink because I also have pink in here. And I used like a bubble gummy pink. And here we go. So here's the close-ups. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I hope you guys are having a great and productive new year. I will see you guys later. Bye.